Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks.
Hello?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm all right. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks. I'm Lee Houston along with TM Grimm. That's TN or TM?
TN, or the Nightmare Grim.
TM. I apologize. We have you down as TM. We're going to edit that on the show. So with the Nightmares in the house, everybody. Tell them all about yourself, brother.
Well, I wrestle IHWE, which used to stand for Insane Hardcore Wrestling Entertainment, but now it stands for Iconic Heroes of Wrestling Excellence, since the big industry, WWE, went to PG, and so we had to go PG as well, so we don't really do a lot. I've done only a couple matches in my life, but, the experience so far has been good for me, besides being a wrestler,
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man. What would you say is your favorite matches already?
The matches I've had or the matches I've seen?
The matches, either one.
Well, my match personally would be I wrestled did a show in League of Lions against 3 other student suites at IHWE, and I was going as a heel, and surprisingly, they didn't accept me as a heel. They accepted me as a face, which was strange, and the whole crowd was cheering for me to win, even though I didn't win that match, but they were begging, I heard, for me to come back out, but it was amazing to hear my name being cheered on.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. And you can check this guy out. His, I think company, you said IHWE, right?
Yes, sir.
Check them out on YouTube. Type in IHWE. Great matches there. Let's get some WWE stuff out the way. This March 11th is Fastlane. Check that out. Also, New Orleans, Louisiana. You get the Hall of Fame ceremony. You get NXT. You get WrestleMania itself. And, of course, Raw live all in New Orleans, Louisiana for the low price of $9.99 if you can't make it live on the WWE Network. All right, that's out the way. Man, what are you, like, have you ever traveled, y'all ever traveled outside your region before?
No. So far, I haven't really gotten any calls from outside besides League of Lions.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, I would love, like, this guy here right here is a combination of Mankind, The Undertaker, I forgot what else you said, but
Bray Wyatt, Kane.
Yeah. As I was like, I first saw this dude, I was like, he's like Undertaker. He's like, in character, this guy don't say much at all, which is kind of like The Undertaker. He don't say much at all. He just actually do the talking. But it'd be cool to see, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on this young man. I'm telling you right now, this dude, I give it about, I ain't going to put a price time. Well, you never know. You might see this guy in NXT. Never really know. Oh, yeah. People said Randy Savage would be in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer. So anything can happen in wrestling. By the way, are you a big or small WWE fan?
I'm a big fan. I mean, I've been watching them since I was like either 5 or 2. I was 5 years old when I first saw my first match. It was Undertaker. It was like a recap. It was Undertaker versus Mankind. King of the Ring, 1990, either 7 or 6, when Mankind fell off the cell.
Yeah, actually 98. That was a pretty good time right there.
Yep.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. It was good. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the Hall of Fame, the 2018 WWE Hall of Fame, we got Goldberg. We got Ivory, the Dudley Boys. Yes, it's true. It's damn true. Jeff Jarrett. Yes, NWA, TNA, Jeff Jarrett is in the Hall of Fame. Hell is frozen over. What are your thoughts on that, man?
speaking of Jeff Jarrett, we actually had him at a seminar from IHWE,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
I wasn't part of IHWE at this time, but man, did he teach those guys a lesson or two about wrestling, and wish I could have been there to see that I watched the seminar. I just wasn't part of it, but I wish I was part of it because to learn someone from Jeff Jarrett would be pretty awesome.
It says, but real quick, we're gonna break down this card right quick. Fastlane 2018. I'd like to pull this card up right quick, and we'll get this out the way. Let's check this out. So, John Cena was on Raw complaining and whining and itching and moaning about how he don't have a shot at WrestleMania as he fell in the chamber, all that bull crap. He goes to Raw, failed. Okay, go to SmackDown. But you got to face AJ Styles. If you win, you get the championship match. He will not face The Undertaker. Thank God for that. So, I hope not. At Fastlane, it will be, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles, John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, six-pack match for the WWE Championship. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the United States title. The Usos, the New Day tag titles. The Nature Girl, Charlotte, versus Ruby Riott. Who are you picking to win these stuff?
Well, for the championship match, I wouldn't care if Orton or Bobby Roode had won. You know, I like Bobby Roode because he's from TNA. He had a good thing going there, and came to WWE, and he went for like the cocky Ric Flair kind of thing, but eventually it caught on. For the six man, I would like for Kevin Owens to win, but if not, AJ Styles or Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I would go with Dolph Ziggler, but Sami Zayn and John Cena. I mean, I just don't really care for Sami Zayn and John Cena. He's old. He has to realize that. I think he realizes that he is old, but I don't think that John Cena really has, a lot more to go in him than he's already gone through. I mean, yeah, he's had a great career. He's a true Hall of Famer. But if WWE tries to push him even more, then people's reaction might not be good. The Usos versus the New Day. I'm really going for the Usos in this one because, I mean, I didn't like New Day in the beginning, then I kind of caught on to them. But I just kind of saw that they were just, the same thing over and over again. I mean, when they took on the Dudley Boys and they beat them, I just started hating them even more. And when they took on the Wyatt family, which I can't remember who won, I just hated them even more because they were just beating the crap out of the Wyatt family. And then the Divas match, Charlotte and who else is wrestling?
Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott. I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't really care who won that match because I like both Charlotte and Ruby Riott. It's just, it's just a thing that you got to toss a coin lately with the Divas. They've been doing so good with the Divas lately. But Charlotte and Ruby Riott are both good competitors, so I wouldn't really care because for me, in the end, it's a win-win in that match.
Yes, sir, gentlemen. Can't wait for that. Also, NXT. Now, question here. Before we get there, are you for or against Undertaker versus John Cena at WrestleMania?
I would have to say neither because, I mean, it would be nice to see the Undertaker come back. But then again, if they had John Cena beat Undertaker, then I would not. I would hope WWE wouldn't stoop that low because they already had Roman Reigns beat Undertaker, which everyone got mad about. They had Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker, which people got mad about as well. I mean, Brock, I was mad about, but Roman Reigns, I was super, super pissed about that because And WWE knew, and even the next night, Reigns got booed out of the arena. And if they have Cena beat Undertaker, then I would just pure out, just might stop watching WWE or something like that, because I mean, I don't like Cena and I don't like Reigns, and they're just both at the meter of me hating them. I mean, you got one person, you got another. I mean, if it was a match between John Cena and Roman Reigns, I would love Roman Reigns to win. You know.
Yeah. I tell you, man. If those of you who can't make it to WrestleMania week, it's all good. It's all good. All you gotta do is download the WWE app and then subscribe to the network for $9.99. You get NXT TakeOver, which has Andre Almas defending against Elixir Black for the NXT title, Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler, whatever, Undisputed Era versus the winners of the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic. You're not saying. And you get WrestleMania itself, you get the Hall of Fame ceremony. And the night after WrestleMania, which is the most lit night in the professional wrestling anywhere, bar none, with all due respect to your guys, there is nothing like the night after WrestleMania. With all due respect, of course. A second here, ladies and gentlemen. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Like, I'm just saying, with all due respect to your company, there ain't nothing like the night after WrestleMania. It's lit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we did a show at the Regency Theater, and I wasn't there. I never even heard of IHWE at that time, but it was a WrestleMania weekend, and we had Charlie Haas there because he does indies. He's done a couple indie shows, and we also had Jim Cornette there. And you know, the match is going on, and everyone. It's after WrestleMania, and they sold out, which was and of course, because it's WrestleMania, and plus WrestleMania weekend, or after WrestleMania weekend, and they had Jim Cornette and Charlie Haas there, and Charlie Haas had a match, and there would be people constantly. I mean, it wasn't the first time we had Charlie Haas at IHWE. I mean, and everyone would chant out, "Shelton's better, Shelton's better," and at the show, he got tired of it and just said, "Shelton's not better. I'm the better man." And so he walks out, and the boss stepped out beside us for a second, and he walks the curtain, then he walks back out, and there's Shelton Benjamin out there, just start beating the crap out of Charlie Haas, and
oh my,
it was just, I mean, that crowd lit up after that, and you know, it's just all amazing what can happen after WrestleMania weekend. I mean, it's a big, like a time where that can happen, and excuse me, and Shelton Benjamin came down. He wasn't called, but you know, he came down, and which we were so happy about. And you know, it was just amazing. I mean, you know, after WrestleMania weekend, I mean, it's when most superstars are either going to stay in that area or be around, and you know, some things like that can happen, which is honestly very awesome for the companies if that happens.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, for all you young folks who don't know who Shelton Benjamin is, back in the day, there was a tag team called the World's Greatest Tag Team, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas. But in the back of my mind, there's always this question, who's better, Charlie or Shelton? Shelton Benjamin, let me tell you, a former Intercontinental Champion, Tag Champion, United States Champion. This dude right here is a bad mother brother. Charlie Haas, he's equally cool. I would love to see Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin, and if it happens in WWE, glory. That would be awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else we got here. We got about 26 minutes left. But, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, every wrestling promoter in the world, hear me out. If you want to make a lot of money the weekend of WrestleMania, book your stuff the weekend of WrestleMania. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of money. April, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. That's WrestleMania month. That's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Get your stuff booked you might want to do it like before, during, and after. Because after the WrestleMania fever kind of wears off a little bit, but do it before and during WrestleMania week. You're gonna make a lot of money. Ain't that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, you guys travel from town to town, or you pack it up and go home when you finish?
I haven't traveled from town to, well, except for Marshall, Texas, when I did a League of Lions show, but we stayed mostly in Texas. I mean, they used to travel from place to place, but they don't do that anymore. They usually they try to stay in Fort Worth, because, home is where the heart is. So I haven't traveled a lot. But I pray for those guys who make a living wrestling. They got to travel from place to place, and it's on either their own dime or on the person who's bringing them in's dime. Even so, it just takes a toll on you.
Oh yeah. By the way, what showtimes are best for your company? So these guys check you out.
What's that?
Do you guys have like set nights you work, or do you work like nightly?
Oh well, we don't really do a lot of shows, so we try to do them once a month. But it's expensive getting places out. We don't have our own facilities yet, but we do have a show coming up. I think the boss said in May. We're going to have 4 shows in 2 nights.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to have a lot of shows, but since the, just been problems with money and all that and all these places, I mean, we did wrestle in Crowley for a little bit, but, just some problems went down there with renting the building and all that, according to the boss, and so we were kind of stuck out, not having a place to wrestle. We looked for certain places. We went to Ridley Theater, which is the best place for us, or in my experience, best place for us to wrestle because it's big, it's nice, it's historical. You can draw a crowd from there. That's pretty much it.
Yes, sir. Well, we're running out of time today, everybody. We want to thank T and Graham for coming out, hanging out with us. You can check him out. How can people get in contact with you guys?
What's that?
How can our fans get in touch with you guys for to see your stuff and what?
Go to our Facebook page, Iconic Heroes of Wrestling Excellence, and you'll see all our shows we have coming up. I think, as far as I know, we don't have any shows. We don't have any shows posted up yet, but as far as I know, we have some shows in May coming up, and we'll check out our YouTube channel, IHWE. I do all the editing for IHWE, and just some of the footage that I get is amazing. So you got to check us out. We do a lot of good stuff. We have some good shows. It's all PG, so you can bring your kids. There's a couple of nights where we do have a show coming up. I think the boss said it's going to call IHW, which is the original show was called Insane Hardcore Wrestling. We're going to have a show called Insane Hardcore Wrestling, and we're going to go back to being hardcore for that one night. So you got to check us out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. If you want to check out the boss, his name is Vengeance David Fuller. He has a Facebook page. Go check him out. He also has a Twitter account.
Well, really appreciate your time, man. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Like our youngest getting ready to go to school in the morning. We're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us, man.
All right. Appreciate it.
No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take this time. Thanks for all for joining us here. Our Wrestling Tracks. I'm Lee Houston, joined by Tina Grove, the Nightmare. We'll see you next time on Wrestling Tracks. Good night, everybody.